Well, Rebecca's here at least, unlike somebody.
Huh?
Doesn't say you're in my game.
Oh, I'm still joining. Jeez.
Jeez. Shit.
Jeez.
Damn.
Get
All
off
right.
me, woman.
Alright, everybody, this is the 3G Podcast, episode 20. These numbers just keep piling up. It's fucking scary.
That's weird.
Yeah, we might hit 100 at some point. Just so you know, that's absurd.
That's weirder.
Yeah. we'll see how long we can keep this up. Oh, wow. Oh, so you can do all the same missions offline that you do online.
So let's see here. Lobby name is A.
Yes.
Password on. Search.
Don't pick a mission until BK's in. And can we fight the Jolux?
Yeah, can you select missions?
I should be able to. Once
Okay,
BK's in,
I don't care
pick
what
a
mission.
mission.
It's
All right.
connecting. It's connecting. I swear.
So,
There we go.
let's get right into it. The thing I really want to talk about, and this is wonderful, fantastic. I love it. I'm surprised, since you apparently did a news search yourself, I'm surprised you didn't pick this up. But the big news right now is the Advertising Standards Authority is launching an investigation into No Man's Sky. That's I guess a UK kind of consumer protection board. Are we?
Interesting.
Yeah. So I'll read the article from Eurogamer.
You know shit has gotten real when something like that pops up. I'm just saying.
The watchdog launched its investigation after receiving, quote, several complaints about No Man's Sky's advertising. A representative told Eurogamer. The investigation is ongoing, and so the ASA has declined to comment further, but one of the complaints reveals the details of its response in a post on Reddit. Yeah, remember when I was reading from that?
Interesting.
So, the investigation revolves around No Man's Sky's Steam store page, which includes assets some believe misrepresent the controversial space game. The SA has contacted both Hello Games and Valve and asked them to respond to a raft of questions relating to No Man's Sky's advertisements. Oh yeah, they got these pictures right here. Yeah, they show a big ass space battle. That's not in the game.
Interesting.
They show a beach with a bunch of pretty shit going on and a number of ships flying overhead. Yeah. And then, of course, there's that trailer. I think we all saw that trailer, the Jurassic Park spoof.
Oh yeah, that was a great one.
So, what do we think? Do we think this is justified?
I think it should be investigated at the very least, like it is apparently happening.
I think these fuckers are going
This
down,
is a good.
man.
I've never fought this thing before, by the way.
Yeah,
you guys,
have. It's that big belly
no.
mouth monster. Really? You weren't here?
No.
I don't... Oh, maybe we only did that single
You guys
player.
aren't engaging? What are you guys doing?
I'm being a dink and picking shit up.
Oh.
Alright. So,
Yeah.
from what I've seen of the game,
That's
and
probably a good idea.
I don't actually own it. I haven't really watched that much about it, so maybe I shouldn't be commenting too much, but it seems like a no-brainer to me. These fuckers, they lied about all kinds of content that's not actually in the game. And notice it's the Steam one that's causing trouble, so if you own the game on PlayStation 4, I think you're just kind of boned.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like it.
But I think this game was false advertised all the hell, and I mean, I've been kind of snippy about this shit before when people would. I remember there was a controversy about I think it was some Ubisoft game. Maybe people were whining about Watch Dogs, and there was another game where they way overhyped.
It was the Watch Dogs and how much better it looked in the announcement trailers than the actual gameplay or game was. Like, they even had, like, comparison screenshots. It was embarrassing, to say the least.
Yeah, it had all kinds of different, like, lighting effects that weren't actually in the game anywhere, if I remember correctly. And
Right.
they also bitched about The Witcher 3 because there was, like, some screens they showed off where The Witcher 3 was using unique assets all over the place, like for a castle. And then in the game they were using much clunkier looking tiles, essentially. I think it was like some crumbling stone wall, and it looked a lot better in the trailer. And, you know, normally I'll tell people my stance on it is, yeah, it's shitty, but be a smarter consumer. And if you're really buying the game because of pretty lighting effects, I don't know. But a lot of this stuff is crossing that territory into open fraud, especially No Man's Sky.
Well, this almost feels like this is the beginning of a stance against it. Like, a line is finally being drawn.
I think it's
I mean, for
past
people
time.
like, well, I'm assuming you as well, and me at the very least, who aren't, I haven't played No Man's Sky, haven't researched it a ton besides for the podcast, of course, but this is like the first step towards legitimizing these claims that people have had. Like, this is the difference between people being assholes about something and there being legitimate fucking concerns about that thing.
I don't think there's a question. Is there really a question that there were legitimate concerns? I mean, I know gamers are whiners,
In today's internet age of trolls and general idiocy, yeah, I think it's fair to question things before you legitimize them.
Well, you kind of got to take
I
things...
wouldn't trust a handful of people bitching about something, but
No,
if there's
but...
a great number, there's got to be more than a little smoke, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again because it's pertinent, but I had my doubts about this game the second that guy got the copy early and was streaming it and posting about it, and SIEA went nuts and started taking his stuff off of it. They were even removing videos about people talking about it, not even showing any of the game content. And I had the game pre-ordered at that point, and I was like, no, there's something. They've got something to hide, and they know it, and... Because you don't do this otherwise. So,
Well, I've seen companies do it with great games. To counterbalance that point, I've seen them do that with great games that didn't need any form of censoring.
Maybe, but I don't trust them.
Why would they do it with those games?
With the review embargo and all the other stuff they were doing, I did not trust them and canceled my pre-order. And even if it was a great game,
that was a good call.
Yeah. Even if it's a great game, if you have faith in your game, if your game's so fucking good.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to do those things, but again, common sense doesn't necessarily dictate what these publishers do. I mean, they had a review embargo on fucking his arm came off, very nice. They had a review embargo on Axiom Verge, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, well, I'm not
not needed at all.
I do want to say that where there's smoke, there's fire, but that's, yeah, you're correct to point out that that's not always the case. But you can't fault someone for suspecting there may be fire if they see that much smoke.
So, you get a trophy for missing this.
We already got that one.
I haven't.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, I could have sworn you did.
And, no, for missing the super attack thing, you get a trophy, I think. Okay. Just want to make sure we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah. So,
I need to miss on purpose one of these times.
There's been a lot of stupid stuff going on. No Man's Sky is kind of like the gold standard of...
Right.
Yeah, scams.
This is the poster boy at this moment in time, and that's a good thing. I mean, overall.
Maybe it'll make developers think twice about, I mean, they're going to be promising shit that they can't deliver on. You know, I can't believe
that's never going to change. But there's a reason consumer advocacy groups exist, and it's shit like this.
Yeah. And, I mean...
It just hasn't extended to video games that much like it should have, probably.
These guys were pushing shit like, hey, Jared, what's up?
Jared! Welcome.
But,
We're discussing No Man's Sky.
Getting their asses sued. So... but yeah, I think it's time that a line was drawn in the sand. And I'm not gonna throw a tantrum over shit like, oh, the lighting effects aren't as good as, you know, they were on E3. I mean, I'm not even gonna defend that because it wasn't a case where it was a bunch of console peasants going, oh, well, it's not as good as... Like, yeah, they were showing it off on PC. But I think they had the assets in the game, but not functioning, even on PC, if I'm right about that. So.
Well, that's a powerful attack right there.
Yeah, I could have sworn he was off with it. But, yeah, I hope they go down. I really do. I hope... I don't want to be too vindictive, but... They've set themselves up for this. There need to be standards, and they're not lying about little crap. It's not a castle wall that doesn't, you know, look as realistic as it could. They lied about so much in this game.
Key gameplay features.
Yeah. I mean, they lied about it having gameplay features, for fuck's sakes. So... Now, the only problem is, this is only Steam, as far as I know, and this is only in, what, the UK? So, I mean, and we know in America that, you know, we're never going to get consumer advocacy because, well, we live in one of the most fucking corrupt governments. Maybe not one of the most corrupt governments in the world. We do have some pretty stiff competition out there, but America, yeah. Can't trust, our politicians to put us over anyone with a fat pocket or checkbook, right? So, but yeah, No Man's Sky getting sued. Fantastic. Anyone got any more thoughts on this?
We need to follow this up.
Yeah, we do. We need to keep our eye on it. Don't worry, I was one of the people who was viewed as a troll for going, yeah, I canceled my pre-order because I don't like their shit, but I feel vindicated. I mean, I felt vindicated ever since launch, but come on now. The only negative I can see about this is the fuckers on GameFAQs who troll every launch are now, you know, gonna be like, see, remember No Man's Sky? Yeah, even a broken troll is right twice a day, I guess. So. Alright. So, speaking of our shitty politics, let me segue into a Bkstunt topic. Do you like that?
I'll say yes. I'll say yes. Why not?
Good.
Uh-oh. What is this? The oh, yeah. It takes a little while, but my mind will get there eventually.
You're old. You're like 40, 50,
Jared,
60.
we're AB is the lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're in a mission. I can't join.
Yeah, we're gonna be done.
We just finished.
Like a few seconds.
Yeah, it's almost done. Okay, so the next topic.
Because they didn't.
Is this? Yeah,
I told him on Slack,
horrible.
woman. I told him on Slack.
Okay, so the next topic is this whole Palmer Luckey debacle that's been going on the past few days. For those who don't know, he is one of the founders of the Oculus Rift VR platform that's going to be coming out soon. That's, you know, started. Well, I would say the Oculus Rift started this whole VR phase, wouldn't you?
I think it's the first one I heard about.
It was one of the first ones.
Yeah.
If not the first. Okay, so he's one of the founders, and apparently he has been uncovered for having donated a ton of money for some meme website to blast Hillary.
Do you
And
know...
people are just very upset about this, and it's been alleged several developers are pulling out of Oculus Rift development and say they won't help him out, or that they won't publish on this platform. You know, they have the what's the other one? The Hive, and of course PlayStation they can go to. So that, I mean, that's the story in general. Rich CEO donates lots of money for anti-Hillary slam campaign. Developers pull out.
Guilty of wrongthink.
Wrongthink, yeah, exactly.
So do we just want to check off every mission just to have them all cleared? I think I do. It'll get us resources. Let's just do that. Beats having to think about it. If anyone wants to change of pace, just let me know. Alright, I wanted to look up just how much he gave and to who.
From what I can tell, it looks like he is personally admitting that he gave $10,000 to something called Nimble America.
Okay. I typed in Peter Luck into Google, and the first result that shows up is naturally Peter Lucky Racist. Because Trump equals racist by default now.
His name's Palmer, by the way.
Oh, maybe I'm looking on Palmer Lucky?
I mean, there may be that's probably about him.
Who the fuck is Peter Lucky? And why is he a racist? Now
well, he's obviously a racist.
Oh, no. It actually, despite my idiocy and typing in the wrong thing, it still does go to the Palmer Lucky. It's just that there's apparently... Peter Thiel is also mentioned in these articles, so they're converging on all their enemies. Fuck you, Gawker. Eat a dick. I'm glad you're dead. And soon I hope all your little bullshit subordinate rags will be in the grave with you. But, yeah. Trump equals racist by default. Are there actually any Trump supporters in here? Because I am not ashamed to say that I hate both these candidates. So
yeah,
I'm everyone's enemy. So are we gonna go do this mission? Waiting on everybody. So yeah. There's no partisan bias.
Increased attack. Nice.
There's no partisan bias on this podcast. I don't know Jared's politics.
I hate politics in general.
Yeah, they kind of suck. It's weird though when politics and gaming collide like this.
I know.
This is fairly rare.
Yeah.
And I mean, in Palmer Lucky's defense, he's come out and said he's a libertarian and he plans on voting for Gary Johnson.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't give two rats' asses, really. I mean, must be nice to have $10,000 to just donate to a website, right?
I will admit
Guy lives in a completely different world than most of us.
Yeah. I will admit unashamedly that I am a nasty, filthy, lefty lib. Sorry, that's just the side that seems most beneficial and intellectually honest, but I don't go to the extremes on either way because I believe in fucking horseshoe theory, and all this SJW bullshit has just fortified that. So, and yeah, there's no horse in the race for me, so I just am going to sit back and call everybody stupid, because if you ardently support either of these candidates, you are a fucking moron. I'm not saying don't buy my guides. I take stupid people money too, but you are dumb. These candidates are both bad. Now, I can see the lesser of two evil arguments. I just can't decide who's lesser. Myself.
I think it's fairly undeniable that neither of these two individuals has your best interest in mind in any form, shape, or fashion.
No. And I believe in voting for your own self-interest, and if more Americans did that, there's no way we would have these two people as our candidates. I was watching the debate, and on Twitter afterwards, because I just love to argue with people, right? It's one of my passions. And
You might get some Palmer Lucky money if you play your cards right.
I can take $10,000. I'll take it.
Hey, you know, it's
But here,
out there.
I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it right now. I watched Gary Johnson on some town hall. I can't remember if it was CNN or MSNBC or some shit like that. One of them. And this guy came off like such a fucking moron. And I was just like, yeah, he's a libertarian. I mean, he wanted
you just
to...
lost it.
Yeah, I know. There goes my Palmer Lucky money. Maybe Peter Lucky's out there, though. He'll give me money. He's apparently a racist.
Right.
So. But God, he was saying something like he wanted to get rid of the Department of Education, because that'll fucking help, right? And he didn't want us being involved in, like, foreign wars against, you know, fucking Syria and shit. But he did want to create an international task force to fight ISIS. And I'm like, do you understand what small government means? So, whatever. And I'm watching this...
I think we already have an internet. To be fair, we already have an international
Yeah.
task force to fight ISIS. This isn't something that we don't have.
And I was watching...
Just saying.
I was watching the debate, and it's so great if you are in the middle and you hate both parties, because you get to do nothing but win. Watching these two idiots, you know, try and take each other down without leaving themselves vulnerable, which is impossible. And I think Hillary was talking about like her plans and whatever, the policies she wanted to pass, and Trump was like, "You've been in politics 30 years. You never got any of that done." Something like that. Essentially, the fact that, I mean, it is ridiculous. To Trump's credit, there are few people in this entire country, in this entire fucking world, that have been in politics longer and had more power for a longer period of time than Hillary Clinton. Oh, but now she's this big fucking progressive, right? She wants to do all this shit. And it's true. You've had 30 fucking years. We haven't seen a bit of this. So here are your two options. One, you're incompetent and can't get people to fucking follow what you want them to do, so you're a shitty leader and you shouldn't be president. Or, you don't actually believe in that shit, you're fucking lying, and you shouldn't be president. So pick your fucking poison. And then, yeah, so that's what I was thinking of.
That was one of the better jabs.
Yeah, and then...
in my opinion.
Then Hillary was going off on Trump about his taxes, right? And she's saying, you know, the various reasons he might not have released his taxes, and one of it came up like, or he hasn't paid any federal income tax. And Trump, because he's a fucking man-child moron, went, "That makes me smart." And then Hillary just fucking decapitated him by going, "That means 0 for troops, 0 for veterans, 0 for schools." And it's just like, this is why you keep your fucking mouth shut, Trump. Because it just, like, she was going to say that anyways, right? She's not a dynamic enough mind to come up with that shit, you know, on the fly. But it just made it look so much worse. Like, yeah, I'm a parasite, I don't pay my share, you all are fucking dumb for paying your taxes and supporting the greater good. So.
Yeah, most companies find ways to not pay their taxes.
So, I mean, if you're running...
that's why offshore tax havens are a fucking thing.
I mean, if you're running as the, like, anti-corporate, anti-establishment, make America great again guy, how many people out there say America is doing good because enough rich people and foreign corporate entities pay their fair share of taxes? There are very few people that would agree to that statement. But you got this fucking rich fucker out here who's playing this fucking bogus message of populism to everybody, sitting there saying, "Oh, this makes me smart not paying taxes." So, I mean, come on. That's just the dumbest thing you could do. I don't know. Anyways, politics tangent. I was thoroughly enjoying myself that whole debate. Because these two people are fucking morons. So, yeah. But I do hate something even more than our political situation. It's when people try to bias shit and fucking pull the wool over my eyes to piss down my back and tell me it's raining. And that's what a lot of the gaming journalism sites are fucking doing, by pushing this far left stupid social justice message, by lying about people pulling out of the Oculus Rift. And look, motherfucker gave money to Trump because he hates Clinton, and everyone should hate Clinton. So, but you know, it's the world we live in. If you support Trump, you're a racist bigot and whatever, fuck ever. So,
Yeah. He is clearly guilty of wrongthink.
He is, yeah. Well, Trump or Palmer.
Both.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You're never gonna make everyone happy, no matter what you do.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is... Go on.
Guide-related news. The reason why it took so long to join the last mission was because I was responding to an email from somebody regarding The Witcher 3.
Uh-oh. Someone sent you an email about it?
Yeah, well, I'm on there. I listed second. Apparently we forgot one of the instances where it says where you can get, like, a potion recipe or whatever. And we forgot to take one of them out, apparently, so he was like, it says that this is supposed to be in this chest, but it's not.
Yeah, I caught that, yeah. Because we started
I told him that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started out listing them because we thought they were the same, but...
Nope, they're all randos.
I told him that they're random and he's just gonna... He'll get it from the chest eventually or be able to buy it from a merchant.
Yeah.
Hey, random stuff. Like, somebody sent me an email yesterday about my Outlast guide and the fact that the battery wasn't where I said it would be.
Uh-huh.
But at the very top of the guide, I put in, you know, halfway through playing this, I realized the batteries are all random. And that you may not find them where I find them. Please don't email me about them.
Well, that's your fault for assuming people are going to read this shit at the beginning.
Yeah, you're not ever going to stop that random email stuff. Not even if you clarify it ahead of time.
Well, we removed all the other instances, so it was like the only one probably that said it still.
Yeah, I removed it from the version 1.02, so that's already gone. I know. Because I saw.
Yeah, but not on GameFAQs.
No, yeah, GameFAQs. I don't know how that's going to get an update, but whatever. So, yeah, more.
It's not.
Probably not. So more political bullshit in gaming because these people just can't help themselves. I can't help myself either, so I guess I can't talk. It's just... No, the difference is, if I was putting this shit in my guides, that would be another thing. That would be unacceptable. And if I was trying to bias people... But I'm not doing that.
A few more connections and a whole lot more money, and this might be Nathan we're reading about.
I like to think of myself as uncorruptible, but...
Putting your own agenda in guides or in reviews.
I guess I've made snarky comments about atheism before in my guides, but... That was when I wasn't getting paid. That was on GameFAQs. On Gamer Guides, people aren't paying for my cheeky fucking commentary on their fucking bogus mythology, so I'm not going to give it to them.
I found some people like cheeky commentary.
They do! I got a lot of my fan base because of that, so I'm unapologetic about it. But if you're paying $10 or so for it, that's not what you're buying. So I'm not going to put it in there.
Other people don't want you to be a person at all. They want you to be more machine-like in your writing.
I've gotten emails
about that.
Emails for both.
I've gotten comments, yeah. And you know what? Other people can fuck off and find another guide. Alright? Once you start paying me, you can start critiquing the content of my guide when it stops being objective. If it's something objective, fine, you know, I want to be accurate, but if it's like, oh, I didn't like that joke, you called this lady in Baldur's Gate fat. Yeah, well, I'm fucking fat, so fuck off. Quit being a sensitive bitch. I think I called her a land whale or something. They had some pretty fat character models in Baldur's Gate, so get over yourselves. It's a video game. I wrote a little guide about it. If you don't like the humor, just scroll past it. You know, I just can't fathom being that offended. You're gonna get butthurt and go, "Well, this guy's tactics are good, and I like the rest of his guide, but he made a fat joke in it at the end, so I'm gonna bitch about it."
Yeah, well, the person who sent you the email was probably a land whale.
They probably were. I'm a land whale too. You know what? I'm not a sensitive little bitch, though. That's the difference. So.
Your guy can be 99% spot on, but they'll find that one thing, and all of a sudden it's not recommended.
Or like on GameFAQs, add hyperlinks. Okay, I'll get right on it. Fuckers. Anyways.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Random GameFAQs, sir.
I'll spend the days it takes to convert this and do all this other work when I already have a search system in there. Whatever. So get up.
Well, to be fair, you're making guides for GameFAQs. You clearly have no life.
Yeah, but I'd rather have no life and make another guide instead of have no life.
Yeah, but you're here to serve. You're here to serve them.
Oh, is that okay? I didn't read that in the.
Yeah.
I didn't read that in the manual GameFAQs gave me before I started writing.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there's the problem.
So, I just saw a big pamphlet that had CBSI on it, and I used it as toilet paper. So, all right, let's get to some fun, interesting, good news for a change.
I kind of question the people who email me about the Witcher guide instead of you, because you are listed on the top.
Well, you're
Why are you
listed
going to
on
the
it
second
too, I thought,
person?
right?
I am, but I'm the second email.
How many people?
So you're choosing the second email to email, not the first.
And you're choosing the name that. You're choosing the name that sounds more female. Come on, everyone knows women don't know anything about games.
Well, it has both our names on it, like
I
our
know.
first and last name, so it's clear that I'm the female
I don't
one.
think it's that weird,
Yeah.
personally.
To pick the second person on the list?
Yeah. It's a little weird, but
How many emails?
I
have you...
wonder though if they're testing whether or not I actually know anything about the game.
Oh, I doubt it.
Well, there's that sexist
There's a
paranoia
precedent
again.
for this. There's a precedence for this for me.
No.
People testing whether or not I am involved with nerdy stuff. So that's why I question it.
Like your brother's friends?
My brother's friends, random guys in game workshops and stuff. Or workshops, game stores.
Alright. Let's move on. I want to talk about other shit.
Maybe I'm just being too normal.
In Exile...
Yeah, you're not a dick.
That doesn't sound right.
You're probably the most normal person here. As sad as that is.
Probably. Let's see. You have a wife and kids. You have a regular full-time job. I don't know. You might be the most normal person.
He's a filthy normie.
Does sound fairly normal.
Yeah.
In Exile...
Normie.
In Exile has announced Wasteland 3.
Ah, I saw that. But here's the real question. Who's played Wasteland or Wasteland 2?
I played a tiny little bit of Wasteland 2. I have it on PS4 still in the wrapper, and someone gave it to me for free on GOG. And,
Yeah, you get on me for having games still in the wrappers.
Yeah, I'm horrible about it. But I do want to get to it, and, yeah. This is supposed to be a party-based post-apocalyptic role-playing game that is set to launch simultaneously on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. That's a bit surprising.
Yeah, what was it? The writers of Torment Tides of Numenera or something like that?
Yep. They are apparently done with most of the work on Torment, so they are starting Wasteland 3. But here's the best part. The headline new feature, this is on Eurogamer, right? I'm just reading off of them, is story-driven synchronous or asynchronous multiplayer. So, apparently, you and somebody else can each get your own Ranger squad, and you can play together, team up, whatever, or you can split paths and, as Eurogamer puts it,
I mean,
get
co-op
more,
is
cover more
great,
ground.
but it would be weird to have 2 squads. That's a lot of people.
It depends. Maybe they shrunk the squads down to like 3 people and an NPC or something instead of...
Or 2 even.
Yeah. It works okay for Divinity Original Sin, so I think this is great. I think it's fantastic. Especially since I have someone to play these kind of games with. So, this is definitely vaulted high up on my list of things I'm looking forward to. And they are doing a crowdfunding on Fig.co. I've never heard of it before, but...
Yeah, that's a new one.
It'll start in like 6 days, and I'm actually thinking about looking it up, and if I can...
I think, like I said earlier, I think that's a site that was made by Tim Schafer and stuff like that.
He's the Blizzard guy, right?
He's the
Tim Schafer's the
Double Fine.
He's what?
Double Fine.
Oh. I don't even know anything they've done, because I'm a troglodyte.
Psychonauts.
Ow.
Yeah, we talked about this like 3 weeks ago.
Did we?
I think so.
Schaefer. There's a Schaefer that worked for Blizzard back in the day. I wonder if it's the same guy.
I don't think so.
But still, if they have good, like, if it's a donate thing where I can, you know, get free copies of the game, free. If I can get copies of the game by donating, then I might throw money at their crowdfunding. I always just want to call it Kickstarter, because everything that's crowdfunded is Kickstarter to me. So, yeah, very interested in that. They did mention making the combat system more action-y, which has me a little worried, because, come on, action point-based, turn-based combat's fantastic. There's a plethora of shitty action RPGs out there that no one cares about. So, but I'm probably looking a little too closely at the word action and drawing wrong conclusions from it, so hopefully. Anyways.
Yeah, I've not played enough Wasteland 2 to be quite honest. It's still sitting on my shelf. I played a couple hours. But I'm all for them. I'm all for them making a Wasteland 3, especially since they seem to have done so well with 2.
Yeah, that's another reason I'm thinking about kickstarting. It seems like a pretty safe venture.
Right. Like, there's some companies you can absolutely feel safe with. Others, not so much. Like, I would I would back another Shadowrun game in a heartbeat, because they've made 3 of them.
Yeah.
And you know damn well they're not gonna fuck you over.
Yeah, like, well, I don't usually back anything, but if the Yacht Club Games decided to do another game on Kickstarter, I would be like, okay, I'll back it.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a company you know is not gonna screw you.
So what have they done?
Shovel Knight.
Okay. Remember, cater to the lowest common denominator, which apparently is me.
Well, the reason you can trust in them is they put out a second, all their DLC for free.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they have the Plague Knight campaign, and I think they're doing Spectre Knight.
Okay, so you said some poisoned words. I wanna get on this. DLC. I was looking at fucking Alien Nation. That's the one I want to look
playing
at.
the players withdrawn.
Yep. Looks like Rebecca.
Oh, we lost Rebecca.
Yeah, she might be feeling bad.
Or actually, upgrading equipment.
Oh, maybe she's doing that.
To be fair.
She could have dropped off and told us. Well, whatever. We can keep going.
Oh yeah, Alienation. This is a good subject.
Their weapon pack. Fuck off. Like, I can see adding DLC or expansions or something, but putting what is probably the best gear in the game and charging $1.50 for it, or $5 for the pack, or I assume it's part of the season pass.
Undeniably the best gear, I might add, just real quickly.
Yeah,
I mean, you got fucking vortex grenades.
Mm-hmm.
Looks fucking OP.
Yeah.
Everything
Bullshit.
looks fucking OP.
Bullshit sideways. Okay, Rebecca's dropping out on us. So, that is the exact kind of DLC I detest. Like, if they added story missions, like a substantial expansion, and that was some of the new gear added with it, that would be one thing. But just selling you the ability to use the weapons, which are clearly already in the fucking game, or otherwise, we wouldn't be able to see other people using them, that's bullshit. All you are essentially doing is unlocking their ability to drop.
Well, hold on. When you say clearly in the game, you mean after they added them and other people can use them in your party with you. They weren't there from the beginning.
Yeah, that's
just to be clear and fair.
They weren't there. They weren't necessarily there in the beginning. Because
I played Alienation. Well, as you know, I played Alienation when it first came out, and then again for the podcast. And they've added a lot of stuff between A and B, or A and C rather, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that wasn't in Alienation that we got to experience when we picked it up for this that wasn't there when the game first released.
Yeah, but that's one thing. The other thing is they're tainting the pool for everybody in a sense. Like, if I stuck with Diablo 3 on the PS3, I wouldn't have given a shit about the Reaper of Souls content because I wouldn't have seen it in my games. But this is essentially just unlocking the ability... It's unlocking a drop rate is all it is. It would be like if Final Fantasy, right, had break damage limit as something that you could pay $1 for. Like, imagine Final Fantasy X came out and they sold a break damage limit for $1, right? And without paying that $1, you don't get to break the damage limit. That's essentially what this shit is. And, you know, except make it multiplayer so you can see other people rubbing this in your face. So
yeah, so when you fight a boss with your Final Fantasy X party with a friend, and you can only do 1/10 of the damage they're doing, there's the rub. So,
because that's when it officially crosses the territory from I bought an expansion to pay to win. So, and I call bullshit on that. I call bullshit, and yeah. Makes me think less of that game. It does not induce me to want to buy it. I want to have the weapons, but I don't want to fucking, you know, pay just for some standalone DLC.
And we found this out the other day when we were looking up how to get that damn grenade.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know at the time, and we wanted that damn grenade.
So I think I will just play it enough to get my plat, and that will be that. So.
Yeah, I mean, the damage is done. You've already bought it. You've already played it through.
It's not a bad game, you know, even without it.
No, it's still quite fun.
But it does leave a bad taste in my mouth. I think it's a shitty move. So, yeah. Didn't actually plan to bring that up, but there we are. Alright, on to other games. Darkest Dungeon came out on the PS4 yesterday? Was it yesterday that came out? Tuesday?
Yesterday, yep.
Okay. You just bought
and
it a moment ago?
I am downloading it as we speak.
I'm so tempted, but I'm not going to do it yet. Because I'm getting paid tomorrow, and then I will have money in the old PayPal. And I will buy it immediately once that happens. So, I've been looking forward for this game to come out on the PS4 a while. I'm sure we've talked about it on this podcast before. But here it is, finally on the PS4. So, I've had it on the PC for months now. I just haven't been brave enough to... Well, it's not a matter of bravery. I just haven't had the time. The time. But, the moons are about to align. I will have the money tomorrow. I will be done with my current project tomorrow. Maybe it will happen. Maybe it will finally be time for Darkest Dungeon. What do you say, Jared? Does this sound like a Jared game?
I'm not sure yet. I mean, I've seen it played and stuff like that, and from what
You've
I've
heard about it and stuff, right?
You know, it's if you want to get screwed over by RNG a lot.
That is exactly the kind of game this is. But, no, you know, I guess you've already seen it played. I was going to say, well, you can watch me stream it maybe, but if you've already seen it, then I guess there's nothing really to show you. I don't know why. I'm usually such a bitch about games. Like, my whole plan for Alienation's hardcore mode is essentially to save scum. I think I might actually be good enough at Deus Ex that I don't need to bother with it, though.
Yeah, we need to do more hardcore mode, by the way. But I've been doing it in harder difficulty, and it really hasn't been that hard if you stick on level 2. Just for the record, I propose we do better in difficulty.
Alright, well, we can worry about that, because I still got one more day. One more day left to work on Deus Ex. And I need to get the media done. And then I will be able to indulge more flights of fancy. Because all the text is up, and I just need to embellish with pretty pictures. which is the most tedious part of my job, but damn it, do those guides look so much better when you throw in media. So... I'm ready for that to be over. So I'm gonna buy it. Rebecca said something about that she'll need to get herself a copy, so it looks like she's open to buying it even if I have it. And yeah, that's at least 2 sales, including you and me and maybe her, so we are a Darkest Dungeon loving bunch. Here's a question.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know, I haven't played it yet. It hasn't had a chance to break my will yet. to be, you know, fair.
This is a game I can see you obsessing over. You love those kind of games. Those dickish ones, yeah. So I have a question. If Ska Studios announced that they were making a Salt and Sanctuary sequel and they put it up for crowdfunding, how many heartbeats would it take for you to donate to that?
-1, because it would skip a beat. No, that would be... you know how cool that would be?
That would be awesome.
That would be fantastic, because they've created you know, just like a lot of Souls games, that there's a lot of lore that can be had. I mean, I don't want to spoil the ending, but they've created kingdoms and events and just horrible dictators and governments that they can just leech off of.
To be so fair, good. They're all skin deep.
They're all what?
They're all skin deep. They're literally a sentence in a NPC's dialogue. And well, you know, on the other note though, Souls is supposed to be done. So
yeah, they come out and said that actually.
Now, you know, there's do we believe them?
Which makes me really hope that there's a Bloodborne 2 in the works.
Well, they're saying, well, yeah, Miyazaki said that there's a dark fantasy game he's creating or something like that.
Yeah, so I mean, do I believe Souls is gone? No, but
hell no.
I think we might see the end of the Souls franchise, and it'll just be called something else.
Bad Spider.
Trying to attack us like a top and all that, but I would definitely donate to it. We got the developers to write us a foreword for the Salt and Sanctuary guide, didn't we?
Indeed.
And then we never got it out.
In Word. They have not actually written us anything, to be quite clear.
Oh, they said they would? Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame them since we still haven't gotten that guide out yet. I feel bad.
Yeah, I can't blame them either, to be fair. But hey, like you said, Deus Ex, moons are about to align, things can happen soon.
Yeah. Salt is definitely up there on my list of shit that needs to get finished, and of course, The Witcher 3 version 1.2, that's past due. So get up here so we can do a special attack and we can finish this damn thing off.
Did we cut off a leg?
I don't think it has anything else to cut off. Yeah!
Oh. Oh, very nice.
So, I guess that leaves us with the last little bit. Dragon Quest Builders has a demo out. And I played it all the way through.
It is amazing how many genres Dragon Quest has actually copied / used / developed for.
Stolen, ripped off.
Because people are undoubtedly going to look at this game and say, well, this is a let's see, I'm purple. This is obviously a Minecraft ripoff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what about Dragon Quest Jokers?
I don't even know what that is.
Or Joker.
Well, it's their Pokemon.
It's their Pokemon ripoff.
Ah.
You don't. The ripoffs don't start here, my friend. It's the point I want to make.
You know what? I hate chibi. I hate cutesy shit. I hate fucking stupid, you know, the darkness and the light storylines. But god damn it, Dragon Quest just has a way of getting to me. It's the one fucking franchise that makes me go, yeah, but they can get away with it. I was playing Dragon Quest Builders, and
Is it the art? Is it the art what lets them get away with it?
It's the sound effects. I don't know. I'm a big fucking douchebag hypocrite, and I can't be bothered to justify myself.
Yeah, that's probably what I'll be saving my money for.
Now, yeah, Go on. But I don't know. I love the sound effects in it. I don't like being a little chibi kid. I do like how the game looks. You know, you got slimes, you got Drakkies, you got everything. Everything. It's fantastic. Dragon Quest. I love it. I can't get enough of it. So there.
Well, that's good.
I'm weaving out. But, I like builder games too. But I do have some reservations. Namely the fact that, and it might just be the demo, because they don't let you play through the whole fucking game, obviously. But your buildings are... Go on.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Your buildings are 2 blocks high. That's how you make a building. And I tried digging underground, and I could only get like 6 squares deep, and the camera would not cooperate with underground digging or mining or tunnel making or anything. So Minecraft, unless the actual release game is completely different in those regards, Minecraft is not.
I've heard it's you only go like 6 blocks deep. That's it.
Okay.
It's Dragon Quest Builder, not Dragon Quest Mining.
Yeah, not Dragon Quest Craft, but
yeah,
it still is very limiting for that genre. Like, it's the kind of game where you should be able to build giant towers and all that. But it looks like it's gonna kind of just, if anything, it's gonna be more Dragon Quest mixed with Minecraft mixed with Dungeon Keeper.
No,
maybe?
this is what I read.
Okay, go for it.
After you complete the first chapter or something, there's a free mode that unlocks. Now, in free mode, which is self-explanatory, but there's some stuff that's actually, I think it's somebody said that it's exclusive to the free mode. Like, there might be some quest exclusive to it, or maybe a monster or something like that. I can't remember what he said.
So, okay, but is the building content going to be deeper in free mode? Because, I mean, they seem to have a lot of crap. Like, I was building rooms and they're like, blah, 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 build dick, whatever.
Is that your character's name or something?
That's what they named you, but,
inside joke. That sounds about right.
Inside joke.
Are you guys in the lobby again?
Oh.
Yeah.
We will have to cancel this quest. Are you going to join us?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Okay, I canceled it.
Yay.
I was only out for the one.
Okay, you can join us. I canceled it. And Jared, your armor looks awesome.
Yeah, it's DLC.
What?
I purchased it whenever I was playing the Vita version.
What a punk. But unless the building, I mean, like I was saying, I built a crude kitchen, and, the fact that it's called a crude kitchen, I don't know if your base...
I'll show you some other DLC.
Okay. I don't know if your base gets any bigger, if how much you can actually build, but, or if multiple levels becomes a thing. I doubt it. But, I am concerned by how deep the building mechanics go. That is cool DLC.
This is Wang Yongji from Dynasty Wars.
Ah, okay. But I don't know if you know how deep the build mechanics go. I'd like to be enlightened, but I'm going to stay wary of this game. I want to love it. I want to love it so much because I love building games and I love Dragon Quest.
As long as they put some of that there, I want to see them use their monsters.
They do.
In some form or fashion.
I was already fighting slimes and Drakkies and collecting components from them. Chimera, and at the end of the demo, you get attack. You have to fight off a monster attack, and 5 skeletons come out after you.
I mean, I've seen screenshots. There's golems. There's dragons, I think.
But here's another thing. The RPG mechanics in it are no deeper than Terraria. Literally, you can get items that increase your health, and then the rest is based on your equipment. And the combat system is not too great. Like, when you're attacking, you get locked movement-wise, and I think you just have your normal attack and a jump attack. I don't know. Maybe you can get spells later on. I'd be kind of surprised if you couldn't, but they go out of their way to tell you in this demo, you are not a warrior. You have to do everything by building. So they seemed like they were really trying to hammer this in, that this is not a big, deep RPG. And it's fair enough, but if the building isn't that deep and the combat's not that deep, I don't know. Does cute factor alone save it? I mean, cute factor alone.
You gotta have some.
Yeah, it's worth $30 to me on that.
You gotta have some addictive gameplay somewhere.
So, yeah, I just. It depends how much they let you build, how involved, how deep the building gets.
Well, one thing Square did right, they released a demo that was actually good.
Yes, that was a good demo. It did pick my interest in the game.
In a current climate where they don't release many demos anymore, and sometimes they're shitty, like Yokai Watch 2's demo is just plain shit.
Oh, did you play it? I was considering trying it.
What makes it shit?
Don't play the demo, because the demo is complete shit, and it's like literally you can end the demo in 5 minutes.
Yeah, the Dragon Quest Builders demo is pretty substantial. So.
Yeah. But the Yokai Watch's first demo was shit too.
Nah.
Then they should probably just stop releasing demos.
That's a good point, though. I think bringing up the point that this is gaming's current climate with demos and games. And to see something like that is notable. It's a little sad at the same time, I think, but good for them. That's the same reason why I'm currently adoring Neo. Two demos, player feedback changes. It's not natural for game companies to do this.
It's not, well...
Natural, what? It's not normal, at the very least.
No, it is normal. No, it is normal on different venues. Divinity Original Sin 2 has an open beta where they gave it to all the backers. I mean, this happens all the time with indie games. Some people shit on development.
This type of stuff only happens in indie games? That's the current climate?
Indie games on PC, I would say, is where you would expect this. But yeah, I mean, Ark Survival Evolved is pretty much just a giant... It's a pretty large-scale indie game. Isn't it an indie game?
That's what pretty much early access is betas and demos.
But we've got a lot of good shit out of it. We've gotten Prison Architect. We've gotten, I don't think the first Divinity Original Sin was, like an in-development game. But, I mean, I'm sure they had a demo and they already had the money to make Divinity Original Sin 2, but they did a Kickstarter just so they could do a buy-in for community involvement, which I thought, some people were skeptical of it, like, oh, they're just being greedy for more money. And it's like, no, if you want to support it, you pay, you get a voice, and you get to be really involved with the development process of the game. I was A-okay with it. So, A-okay with it enough to give them $125. So.
Yeah, that's A-okay.
That is hunky-dory A-okay. And they have a beta out right now. I think it came out on the 15th. The only bad part is isn't released on GOG yet, and I refuse to redeem my copy on Steam. So, but it's not uncommon. It's uncommon on PlayStation 4 for a AAA game.
It's uncommon on AAA.
Yes, yeah, it's unheard of on AAA. So.
And I would say Dragon Quest is firmly in AAA territory.
Well, I mean AAA, it's
Square Enix.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
AAA.
That doesn't mean they spent AAA money on it, right? And there is no hard level for what counts as AAA. But
yeah,
I think the thing is,
but in the end, it's all about the publisher/developer.
Yeah, Square Enix could have put as much money into it as they wanted to, so I'm going to call it AAA, even if it's technically only a $20 million game. Only, whatever. You know what I mean. So yeah, it was a good demo. I'm just worried about how deep the building and combat is. I'm going to wait and get reviews of it. I think it's a $30 game for me. As much as I love it, as much as I want to support it, there are still too many question marks. So
Yeah, to be fair, I think the same thing about Dragon Quest Heroes.
yeah,
I mean, I had fun with it. I platinumed it. It still doesn't feel like a $60 game to me. It's a 20, 30. It's about right there.
yeah. That said, I do hope Dragon Quest Builders does really well. I mean, it's a game I really want to love. I don't know why. I'm weebing out over Dragon Quest, but sue me. I don't need to be the
Which is a little weird for you.
You know what? I've got my tastes, and I don't fucking have to justify them. I like what I like. So, I refuse to be loyal to a genre. If it's good, it's good. So, I could have sworn there was something. Right. There's one more story I have that I found while scouring for news. Let me go and bring this up.
Well, I got one more thing.
Go read it. Go
for
on.
us. So, I just wanted to point out that the free games for PlayStation and Xbox are out there for October. I was gonna go through those really quick.
Yeah, go for it.
See what the responses are. I mean, I don't really care about Xbox, to be fair. I don't take advantage of the Xbox games, but I try to be fair, right? So I looked them up, and here they are. We'll go through the Xbox ones first. There's two. Xbox Gold does it a little bit differently. Like, they have time frames. Like, the first half of October they give you a game, and the second half they give you a game. So the first one, and then they split it between Xbox One and Xbox 360. So Xbox One's going to get some game called Mega Baseball. Looks pretty crappy, to be quite honest.
It's actually pretty good.
Is it? I don't like the look of it at all.
The graphics kind of suck, but it's a pretty good baseball game.
Oh, is that the one you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, they just announced a sequel to it.
Well, the graphics, like the front cover, this guy looks like he's made using the Wii Maker, right? Or the Mii. I guess it isn't the Wii Maker. It's the Mii, Nintendo Mii. Yeah, I mean, I'm not impressed, but then again, I'm not a big sports fan. Yeah, obviously. And the second game is The Escapists.
I've heard of that, but I don't really know anything about it.
You've heard of that one? I've been wanting to try it. I just haven't had the time. I think you formulate a plan to escape from various prisons, and that's where that's the gameplay. I mean, it sounds fun.
Well,
it's the retro grade graphics.
Go buy yourself an
it looks
Xbox,
fun.
Subscribe to Gold.
Yeah, I'm not going that far for that. But there it is. For the Xbox 360, the first game is Reflex MX ATV, some sort of racing game. If that's your thing. And the second one is the I Am Alive from Ubisoft, which I own but I haven't played. There's a theme going on here, if you can't tell.
Yeah, you buy more games than you know what to do with.
Right.
But oddly enough, you also platinum a lot of games, so...
I get to what I can, right? Oh, let's get him. Let's get him. Get close, get close, get close. Oh, did somebody already use it?
Yeah, that's what knocked him down, I think.
Sure enough.
So,
I'm very observant.
What about the PlayStation ones?
Okay, one sec. Yep, there we go. Okay, PlayStation.
By the way,
PlayStation Plus always has the...
Right?
What's that?
I said there's a special attacks break off limbs.
Oh, they do? We broke all his limbs, didn't we?
Yeah, I think so. Until
He
he...
gets 2 new horns.
Yeah.
Oh, so I should have saved that.
But you can't loot
Is
him,
what
so
you're
who
saying.
cares?
Doesn't
He
matter,
does get
it's
2 new
not
horns,
cool.
though. I remember that. So I should have saved that for the horns, is what you're saying. I'm still getting used to this.
Yeah, well,
I'm a little disappointed
I
that
have my
there's
special
no...
attack still.
Oh, that's good. I'm a little disappointed that it seems like the weapon type doesn't... Like, the attacks on the weapons here don't change. But it's your Mitama changes your skills, and that's what changes. And what you can upgrade, I guess. I don't know. I was kind of hoping there'd be more of a battle system to this game, to be honest.
Well, I mean, you do have a variety of combos and whatnot, so it's not all bad. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. I was expecting more. Anyway, PlayStation Plus games. They, of course, separate them between PS4, PS3, and Vita. So the PS4 ones are going to be Resident Evil HD, which is by far the best one in this list, I think. And Transformers Devastation,
What?
which is a
movie-based game?
well, yeah, I don't think it is. It's made by Platinum Games. You've heard of Platinum Games before, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone's...
I mean,
everything they do
that
is
part's
It's a
gold.
good game. It's a decent.
That part's the good part, but I'm not so sure about the Transformers part.
It's well, the bad part is that it's published by Activision.
Oh.
You hate giving them money,
And-
huh?
No, well, the problem is that I guess Activision maybe had a 3-game publishing deal or something with Platinum Games. The first one they made was Legend of Korra, which is the Avatar universe.
The Avatar,
It was-
yeah.
It was an okay game. I played it and I beat it. The second one was Transformers Devastation, which I've heard was probably the best out of the 3.
Wow.
And the last one was that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, which I heard was crap.
You know, I did want to try that one, though, because it's 4-player co-op. It's just they released it, and it had a very big price tag on it. And I'm yeah.
Wait, what game? 4-player co-op?
The
Oh,
Turtles
see, we
one.
got Nathan's
Yeah,
attention.
yeah. I'll always pop for 4-player co-op.
Yeah, it was like Mutants in Manhattan or something like that. If
Yeah,
I'm
something like
Ow.
that.
Well, we've talked about it before, I think.
Bah.
I mean natural 4-player co-op.
Yeah. Always need something to feed the podcast.
The PS3 games, the free PS3 games, are Mad Riders, which is a off-road racing game, and From Dust, which has been out, on Steam bundles for free before. I think
Yay.
it's that God game. I haven't tried it. It kind of sounds a little like Black and White. PS Vita is getting some game called Code Realize Guardian of Rebirth, which is a visual novel.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Which I'll have to look into because
It's
I
an
like
Otome-
visual novels.
Yeah, it's one of those Otome games or whatever. Which is
Oh,
like,
see, and that's why I would be looking into it.
it's a girl. You play a girl or something. You go after a bunch of guys or something. That's what that genre is.
That sounds right
Yeah.
up Greg's alley.
Yeah, they have a number of those on Vita, actually.
Which
And
is
then,
the funny thing is because that's what last month there was one of those games for free.
And then some game called Actual Sunlight.
Now, Greg, when you're playing your little girl fantasy visual novel, make sure
Well,
not
hey,
to
question.
make sure not to objectify
Does it have
anybody.
a platinum?
Yeah, that's all you care about.
Okay. I mean, important things first, am I right?
I'm going to go through your platinum list, and I'm going to start putting asterisks by things. If I don't deem it to be a game, you don't get to keep it.
Is that like all my Telltale platinums?
Yeah, you can kiss all those goodbye right
They're
after that.
all gone. Well,
They're gone.
there's at least a fifth of them.
Yeah. Although, because I'm biased, I will let you keep dupes. Like, if you were to platinum Diablo 3 on the PS3 and then platinum again on the PS4, I'll let you get away with that. For no reason.
Oh, okay. No reasons.
Yeah, just...
AK, this is what I have done.
Yeah, just because. Well, if we're talking about 4-player games, they did announce, Warhammer End Times Vermintide? I don't have any clue.
Oh, Jesus, that's a mouthful.
I know, isn't it? It's a Warhammer game, and you're killing creepy things. Hence the Vermintide. So, I have no idea what kind of game it is. It looks like first player something, but it's supposed to be 4-player cooperative. So, something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, you're probably, what's that race of rats? There's a name for them. I want to say skeever, but that's probably not correct.
Yeah, that's Skyrim. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Well, I mean...
Would you write a Skyrim guide or something?
It may have been a thing. There's a race of rat people in the Warhammer universe that I can't think of right now, but my guess is you're killing a bunch of them.
I am not familiar with the Warhammer universe. Not nearly as well as I should be. I
played the Warhammer Online for quite a while back in the day. It was a fun game, but it was also disappointing compared to what they wanted to do with it. Because they had the 6 basic races there, right? You got your dark elves, your dwarves, your humans, the chaos, blah 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 blah. But each one of them had a major city that you were supposed to be able to visit and whatnot. Did not happen. They only had 2 major cities. And it went free to play pretty fast as a result. But I did like it was one of the first MMOs I played that had the PvP war zones. Not areas. Like, they had areas in the map designated for war zones, for PvP. Like, you entered this area and you could be attacked by anybody, basically. And these are areas within areas. So that was pretty neat.
Have there been any really good Warhammer games besides Total War Warhammer, which I really want to play someday when I get the computer for it?
They've had a lot of RTS type games.
Yeah. I heard from Mark Kern that Warcraft was originally going to be based in the Warhammer universe, but they couldn't get the license from Games Workshop, so they made their own thing. Oops.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like it.
So, I mean, not that anyone's ever heard of Warcraft, right? I mean, what the fuck is that? So, alright, I got one little bit of news here. A article on GameSpot, despite my better judgment going to them. Apparently, former PlayStation 3 executive finally came out and admitted that the PlayStation 3's launch price was not a good idea. So, a decade late...
The $5.99.
Yeah, a decade late, we can finally get an ex-Sony executive to go, yeah, we probably overreached. So, I think at the end of the day, it became a good game, or good console. But, yeah,
could have been so much more.
They lost a lot of market share on that one. So, it's funny to admit, like, he talks about, it being a learning curve and, trying to figure... I'm like, you're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. As a consumer, I looked at the price tag and went, no, that's a fuck-up. That is no good. Sometimes I don't know how corporations can't figure out what us lay folk seem to instinctively know. Maybe because it's our pocket, but they were losing money on the damn thing at that price, so... Couldn't have been anybody really happy with it.
Well, to be fair, most consoles don't make money at the beginning.
Well, they make money off the software, not the hardware.
Yeah.
So, but still, I mean, just $600 and you're still selling at a loss. That's special. I mean, I remember at the time I was in college and I was working as a janitor trying to get a job at the Mac Lab, and I was like, $600? Yeah, they're fucking mine. So I bought an Xbox 360. So.
One lost sale.
Nah, I bought a PlayStation 3 eventually. In 2009, I think? So I had 80 games on the Xbox 360 and like 20 on the PS3, and that's at the end when I rebought some of the games later on. I think we're supposed to be killing the little Oni here.
The little what?
The little imps. Those are the ones we are supposed to be killing. Because there's a very strict time limit on this one. Are there any more?
Yeah, I didn't read the mission before we went in.
Oh, there's one. So, yeah. Just an article that I thought was amusing. It took him so long to figure this out.
You said he was an ex-Sony executive?
Yeah.
Jack Tretton.
Yeah, he found it. So. Yeah, I think he was put in charge of something a few months before the PlayStation 3 came out, and he described it as being assigned to captain the Titanic right before it hits an iceberg, which I thought was pretty. I thought was pretty harsh. But I mean, yeah. Was there really much hope for the PlayStation 3 in the first 3 or 4 years? Did anyone pay $600 for that thing? I have to know.
I bought one. I don't know what I bought it for. It's been way too many years. I find it hard to believe I would spend that much for a console, though.
Because I got mine in 2009 for Christmas. And I can tell you what, my cheap-ass family are sure as hell not spending $600 on a Christmas present for me. I think Rebecca and my mom chipped in. And they got a $300 bundle with Arkham Asylum and a 120GB hard drive. I think is what it was. So it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. But, yeah, I just can't fathom still what was going through their heads. I guess they wanted to push Blu-ray. And in the long run, it turned into be a good investment because it was the cheapest Blu-ray player on the market for a while.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
But, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Oh, I know of an easy way. You can, PS3 was when they first started doing trophies. And there's websites that track when you got your first trophy, like date, timestamp wise.
Yeah, but trophies didn't come out immediately.
Come out until late 2008, I think.
That is true. They had to patch Metal Gear Solid 4 trophies in.
Yeah, that was much later.
You are correct.
Because I got my PS3 when Metal Gear Solid 4 came out. I remember I got it. I had to buy it on eBay because I wanted to get the backwards compatible one written. And that's when they started doing when they started axing that backwards compatibility.
Yeah, another thing lots of people were upset with.
I do like my backwards compatibility, I have to admit.
It's good at the beginning of a console's life cycle, but I don't really play.
You pony, shut up.
I don't play any PlayStation 3 games anymore.
That's true.
And my PS3 is literally sitting right next to my PS4 if I wanted to play it.
I would greatly enjoy PS3 games on the PS4 because I have a crap ton of PS3 games that I never got to. I mean, most of them I played on the Xbox 360, but I want to play them on the PS3, and I just hate wrangling with hard drive space on my PS3. So, and yeah, that to me, that's a big selling point for the Xbox 360. Or Xbox One. I've got a lot of 360 games. So, does backwards compatibility on the Xbox One work with discs?
Oh,
Or is it just digital? I don't know. I don't actually know that. That would probably be something to figure out before I get all excited about it. But yeah, I mean, I get the idea. It is kind of dumb to, you know, buy a new console and then play old games on it all the time. But something tells me there would have been would it have been that bad to have a $100 more expensive PlayStation 4 with backwards compatibility.
Even then, I only played maybe 4 or 5 PS2 games on my PS3.
True, yeah. But
I own close to 180 PS2 games.
Jesus hell. I'm totally okay with this remaster situation though. Like, if push came to shove, I'd rather get a nice, crisp, working remaster on my PS4 and pay a little bit of money for it than to have backwards compatibility and keep all the same, you know, shit graphics and lack of features. So, who knows?
I don't know. As long as they do it right, I guess.
They're not doing it right, though. They've got that fucking PS Now, and they're... yeah. Trying to charge you to stream the games you already own. And it's extra bad that the damn PS3 hasn't dropped in price yet. Fuck are those things still expensive? It's annoying. Anyways, anyone else got anything to bring up, or is that gonna be it? Did we babble about everything we intended to?
Well, everything news-wise, I think.
Yeah.
It's been fairly slow.
I think we milked a good bit of time out of it.
For how slow it's been.
Yeah. No Man's Sky getting sued. That's some shit. That could affect some things, especially if Steam gets hit in the wallet a little. I mean, Valve's not going to really suffer for it, even if
Valve.
Worst case scenario, they get a smack on the back of the wrist, but they might put something into effect.
Yeah, it's if anything, I would argue it's gotten worse since their whole green light system started.
That one game made by Brianna Wu. What was the name of it? That came out on Steam.
I don't know. I call it utter shit.
Yeah, I amused myself for a little bit just reading the reviews on that.
I mean, to be fair, there's a lot of shit on Greenlight.
Yeah. I'm gonna play the Prussian Olympics. I'm a game developer. And you go look at her game and it's nothing but a bunch of cartoonish, supermodels in skin-tight clothes with the worst gameplay you've ever seen. And it's like, You couldn't have made any more realistic characters there.
We have, did we talk about this? That, Steam took down, this company's game that was trying to subpoena Valve's anonymous users over bad reviews.
Yeah. Did we? I thought we talked about that last week.
We might have been talking about it on Slack instead of on the podcast.
Maybe.
It's hard to tell.
I mean, basically, they have crap games. This company is called Digital Homicide.
So ironic.
It is pretty bad. Very, very, very crap games. The users just lambast and roast them.
Well, it started with Jim Sterling. He made a video about them, and he was blasting their games. And he even said that if they made a game that was good and had good gameplay and all that shit, that he would actually praise it. And there was one game that had okay gameplay or whatever, and he actually said, oh, okay, this game isn't too bad, but the rest of their games are shit. And they tried to sue him.
They're very sue happy.
You can't sue someone for having an opinion about your content. Sorry.
If you find the right lawyer, you absolutely can. I mean, it's not going to win or has any merit, but many lawsuits aren't exactly about winning.
Yeah, it's about wasting the other person's time and money to counter a frivolous lawsuit.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, I mean...
Ooh, this is the fun boss.
Yeah, I saw the difficulty stars. I hope we can manage it. Go Team Awesome Activate! I figured we'd end the podcast by fighting something new.
Okay, if we break all his limbs, save your special attacks for the second part.
Yes, sir.
He regrows every single limb.
Oh, so do you get a double loot it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Double whammy.
I'm okay with it. Okay, I'm gonna try.
I should have put on my attacking Mintama.
But you'll see why I don't like this boss.
He's a burrowing fuck, isn't he? We're not gonna get murdered, are we?
Oh, hey, look, it's Chill Penguin.
I see that.
you know I'm right. Oh, damn it.
Oh, right. Resident Evil 5. I think we should address this on the podcast. 5 and 6.
Uh-oh.
Somebody wants me to play with them.
Who's that?
That's you.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, he rolls too. What a bitch.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did he roll over you?
Yeah, he caught me right in the face.
I love the sliding, by the way. I can't stress that enough.
I am not a fan.
Fuck Chill Penguin.
Fuck Chill Penguin. You take that back, sir. Chill Penguin is nothing but chill. You are the one that went into his lair and fucked him up.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, I watched a lot of Mega Man X speedruns, and he's like the asshole.
Mega Man X, such a good game. But what about Resident Evil 5 and 6?
Well, you want to play it, right? Co-op?
I indeed want to play co-op.
It might be something
They're
worth
out on
streaming, you think?
Yeah, I mean, sure, why not? They're pretty short games, to be fair. Well, 5 is fairly short. 6 is longer, much longer. Which is the one you didn't play?
6.
Remind me.
I didn't play 6.
So you played... Where did his limb go? Oh, there it is. Had a hard time finding that.
Oh, he's all mad.
Oh, yeah.
He is not a happy penguin. Oh, he murdered me. I don't even know how. Okay, so I guess when he rampages, he is just in stay the fuck away from him mode. And I should start looking around to make sure there's... Okay, there's a stun where I can get my abilities back. Might be worth doing. I'm not sure...
Yeah, when he starts walking upright, it seems like a good idea to stay away.
I'm not sure when I'll get the time. Because even though Deus Ex is about to be done, I'm probably going to pull an all-nighter to get as much media in there as possible. I've been making a lot of plans to play this and that. Now that Deus Ex is done, I ain't going to have time for everything. But who knows? Maybe we can get to it at some point. You gonna be okay with carrying me to a platinum?
Oh, I don't know about that. That requires professional mode. Professional mode is a bitch.
I remember being able to do a thing where I was able to just use the, I mean, once I knew where I was going, I guess it wasn't that bad, but I swear I was able to just use infinite ammo rocket launcher to fuck everything. But that might have just been the time challenge at the end.
What's he doing? Oh, he's trying to get his limb back, isn't he?
Fucker.
Yeah, we got it. You get nothing. This boss is not nice. He is not nice, is he? There's something funny about him waddling around on his back, though.
Yeah, I like it. I dig this boss. I just kind of wish I had better Matama, because I switched to the support one.
Oh, I probably should have
I
told
don't
you
even
we
know
were
what
doing
these
it.
abilities do.
Hopefully one
They don't
heals.
explain them.
No, they don't explain what the Matama do. So, is there even any realistic way to dodge half of his attacks?
Get good? Oh, no?
Use a bow, stay
No?
away. Well, that's not going to happen, so. Probably shouldn't overcommit to so many attacks like I keep doing. So, yeah, we're kind of in the free mode of the podcast, so if anyone wants to bring up any old bullshit...
Oh, I have, I started working on Overwatch again.
Oh, did
My
you?
general catch-all guide. Yeah, so I mean, Alex left me on it, so I've been kind of bummed about it for quite a while.
He officially
But-
leave you, or...
But to do the maps on it, I was gonna look around and see if like somebody, oh, this is not good. Come on, absorb it, absorb it. There we go. I was gonna look around and see if somebody made some maps that I could use and credit them on, and you know, reference them, whatever. Whatever's best, right?
Yeah.
But there's really no good overhead maps out there that aren't like, you know, official businesses doing them.
You're trying to get...
There's no really good user content for maps. So I decided to make videos on the maps instead and just kind of do like a tour guide thing. So I've been going through the stages map by map, showing the alternate routes, the pathways, stuff like that. Stuff that people should know, you know, 2-3 months after the game, like it's been, but new players that will be helpful, I'm sure.
That's what we need in Salt and Sanctuary. Maps.
Wow, well, I mean, the game itself needs maps first, right?
Yeah, that's the problem. Neither of us are really good enough to make a map from scratch.
Somebody made a world map
I
of
know,
Salt
but
and Sanctuary, like interconnecting all the areas that I thought was really cool.
it's
but-
very crude, though. It doesn't, like, that's not the kind of scale of map I would want. It just shows where all the areas connect to each other. I'd like to have one of those old Nintendo Power type things, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm nowhere... I mean, I probably could do it. It's just the amount of time it would take. So what other body parts does he have left? His head? Yeah, he's got
looks
like
like
a
his head
spine.
and his back.
Yeah.
I'll try to get the back.
I can do some pretty good verticals, but I'm not sure I can... And Rebecca, you are in control of the super attack, I guess, when he regenerates his parts. Ouch.
Oh, I died. That is my first death.
And here I've been dying all game.
I blame it on my Mitama switch.
I'll accept that. If you'd been dying all the time before, and we're just ignoring you. Oh, that's Rebecca. Dude, I have abilities. I can't be stopping to raise everybody. Even though I'm about to die myself, probably. I don't know how none of that hit me right there. That hit me. So, I was talking to people on the Twitter, which I should really stop doing.
Yeah, that's bad. Bad moves.
I found out that...
You're never going to stop, just for the record.
No, I'm not. But there are actually people, like... Neo-Nazis are still a thing. People who think that...
Outside of Europe?
Yeah. People that... well, no, some of these guys were European. There are actual living, breathing, honest-to-God, still existent racists who blame Jewish conspiracies. I mean, I talked to one of these people on Twitter, and I was just amazed. I was stunned that this person existed and was communicating with me. And I have no idea how to hit his back thing.
His back broke.
Oh, it did?
It broke? Oh yeah, it's off. There it is.
Okay, so we just gotta get his head. I guess this is where Jared really shines, because he's, nope.
Yeah, his head is yellow right now.
After all the hits we've done to it, it should be a different color. But I was amazed that I
love that tank.
That little waddle of his.
Yeah.
I was amazed that this person existed and was arguing like racial purity with me. It's just the most bizarre thing in the world.
Racial purity.
Yeah.
That's going to be well, as the years go by, it's going to be more and more of a laughable thing.
It already is laughable. Even if everything they were saying was absolutely uncontestably true, right? You still have to judge the individual, not the, not the stereotype. So, just when people talk about like Jewish conspiracies and crap like that, and they mean it, I just can't help it. It's such a just laughable thing to me. What is he splurting out of his forehead? That is some creepy crap.
Yeah, he's doing something, isn't he?
So you still there listening, Rebecca? Seeing if she's still alive. And his head casing is still yellow, isn't it? Wow. He doesn't seem to stay down long. That's kind of a problem. Otherwise I'd try and pull off... Well, I guess I'm only attacking one body part. No, let's hit his head.
And here comes his asshole phase.
This is his asshole phase.
We didn't break off the head, did we?
He's dizzy.
Oh, we broke something off. I guess we must have broken off the head.
Is this the part where his limbs grow back, Jared?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'll use my special attack on him and it knocks some shit off, so...
Ah, shit. He hurts. It hurts. It hurts.
Oop. I can barely even see him. This fucker thinks he's Jaws, don't he? Okay, where's the stone? I need to replenish my abilities. Hopefully he stays away long enough for me to heal. Rebecca and I have been playing Divinity Original Sin on our Gamer Guides stream, and still enjoying it, but man, do they need a better, like, quest log and inventory system, not inventory system, but mini-map and all that stuff. In my old age, I can't be bothered anymore with...
Oh, he got me. Damn it.
Yeah, he knocked me out as soon as I got back up too. I can't be bothered with wondering where the hell do I go now quests. I don't know. Oop. So does he even stay on the surface long enough for you to do anything? He's being a real bastard, ain't he?
Sia ability, that's that big healing thing. I think.
Well, my health bar is white, whatever that means.
Oh, maybe he's preventing us from dying. BK.
I think I'm doing that.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
An invincibility ability. I like it. I dig it.
It's called Sacrifice. It drains my health while healing all of you guys.
Very nice. I mean, not to drain your life part, but take one for the team, man.
As long as I'm not dying.
Yeah, I've done enough this battle, thank you very much. Anyone else feel that way about games these days, though? Like, I hear people talking, see people talking online about, oh, they hold people's hands too much in games these days. I'm like, I can't be fuck bothered to play games and wander around for 6 hours, you know, looking for a specific
There's a
item
difference
on
between
shelf.
holding hands and tracking what the hell you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. I like knowing generally what I'm supposed to be doing, and I don't like it when games are too vague about that.
Eat it, eat it.
Ah, he ran away like a bitch. Like a bitch.
Yeah, but we got his shell off.
Too bad it doesn't actually affect how he fights.
Yeah.
He's done. Kick his ass.
He can't burrow anymore? Oh, I guess I can.
Nope.
That's a big weakness of this game, I think. The fact that cutting off body parts doesn't actually affect the tactics of the battle, really. Huge missed opportunity in my mind.
I mean, it mitigates some attacks, like before, if he had some body parts, he would go right back underground instead of flopping over.
I guess there's that.
We cut off like 4 of them when I used that super attack.
Yeah, that does that.
Right after he got his limbs back, I was like, using it! When he was laying on his side.
Yeah, I didn't even notice his limbs came back when you used it. So it was great timing.
Alright, hopefully he should be dead here soon. I do not want to fight this guy on single player, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you'd have your NPCs.
You'd have AIs with you.
Those AIs are pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't had any complaints with them so far. I brought that gauntlet guy with me on a couple missions, and he was killing shit left and right. It felt like I was just there to absorb stuff.
Yeah, he's got attacks that allow him to like knock enemies over. So when I was playing with him against like the lion, he was able to knock the lion like over like all the time. That lion spent a lot of its time laying down.
So what's the, hey Jared, the red bar is his health, right? What's the purple bar?
It is, I guess it's just like enrage meter, like at the beginning of a fight. You know how he acts normally, then he like turns purple. And like he'll do like different attacks and stuff like that.
Ew, I got sliding skin.
Yeah, I don't want to fight him again. He was a bitch.
That's gross.
So.
Wait until you need 3 of those for For a weapon, you're like, let's fight him again.
Oh yeah, just wait until later missions and later phases where you have to fight two different versions of them at the same time.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
So how are you enjoying Divinity Original Sin, Rebecca?
A bit.
A bit.
We keep having to do the same thing over and over again, though, because we don't like how we did, so we loaded an earlier save and didn't listen to them talk, so now we gotta do it over again.
Well, that's how you play games. Now, we got to some new shit last time, though. We actually got to fight things.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And my mage is overpowered as fuck. It's fantastic. And I found out that Seb and Claire are playing the game as well, and Seb is playing a mage and Claire's playing a fighter, so... If anyone should be able to sue anybody, it's us suing them. Alright.
They're copycats.
Yeah. Alright, well, we're done with that fight. I think we're good for the podcast, right?
Well, I finished Mad Max last week.
Okay, you finished Mad Max last week. Right.
Yes, it's a fun game.
Give us a review, motherfucker.
I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it a lot. But one glitch just pissed me off. One glitch that locked me out of a side mission. So if even if I wanted to 100% the game, I couldn't.
Oh, that sucks.
But overall, the game's fun. I love the driving. You can enhance your car, buy stuff. I mean, I can see where some people said that the game is repetitive, highly repetitive, because it's basically the same thing over and over again, like if you do the bases and stuff like that.
So it sounds like a Greg kind of game.
Oh man, you heard there's a glitch?
Yeah, there's a
probably trophy
game.
breaking.
Yeah, it is trophy breaking.
See?
Because you have to 100% the game to get all the trophies.
Horrible, horrible, horrible.
It wouldn't be so bad if the side mission was at the beginning of the game, but the side mission doesn't appear until close to the end.
So is there a way to avoid it?
I never even heard of that glitch before. There's very little documented stuff online that even talks about the glitch.
That is pretty lame. Alright, so repetitive and you got fucked by a glitch. Otherwise...
Fun game.
Okay.
I think it's $30 right now or something retail. I got it on sale on PSN for like $15 or something.
$28.60 for the PlayStation 4, $20 for a PlayStation 4 digital code. $24.80
It's a fun game, yeah.
on the Xbox One.
I mean, overall, if I had to rate it, I'd probably say like a 7.5 or 8 out of 10.
Alright, that's not a bad score.
I heard it was pretty good.
Anyone else beat any games recently so we can rate them? I mean, you beat Dragon Quest Heroes, but I don't know if you ever gave it a rating or not.
Oh yeah, that was a couple podcasts ago, I think.
Okay, that might have been. I'm old. I forget stuff. Alright,
Get the fuck off my lawn.
Or in
Whippersnappers!
Jared's version of it, fucking cat.
Oh, we're fighting the kitty.
Yeah, just clearing up another side mission. Alright, that'll be it for the podcast, unless anyone else has anything else. We good?
Not that I can think of. I think we're pretty good.
Gonna say our goodbyes.
Yeah. We need to do hardcore mode on Alienation. That's my last thought.
We'll see. I might not be able to do that tonight. I'm probably gonna go do media. After this.
Finish Deus Ex.
Yep. I'm not gonna fuck around any more than I need to. for that guide. I want it done with. I want to move on with my life. It's a good game, but I'm ready to never play it again.
Yeah,
Well,
I gotta work on Dragon Quest 7 too. That's gonna be a long game.
Have you noticed anything substantially new yet?
About?
Dragon Quest.
Oh.
Well, other than overhaul the graphics, and I mean, I only played the original version like 3 hours, so.
So what system did Dragon Quest VII originally come out on?
PlayStation 1.
PlayStation 1.
Okay.
It was
quite
Dragon
old.
Warrior 7.
I wonder if there's any chance we'll see it on the PlayStation 4 at any point. I kind of doubt it. But it would still be kind of neat. I'm not sure I'd play it, but I'm still anxiously awaiting Dragon Quest VIII. It must happen. Make it happen. Square Enix, Sony, whoever I have to
Oh, they're
appeal to.
they're working on it.
I know. It's coming out on the 3DS first, and then on the PS2. I have no doubts that it's going to be a PS2 to PS4 game. But yeah.
Yeah.
That'll do it for episode 20 of the 3G podcast. We'll do the next one Tuesday.
Yep, Tuesday.
Okay, right. We're doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All right. We will see you all later.
All right, take care, everybody. Thanks for
Bye.
stopping by.